Everyone here at McLaren is very excited to have you on board. We didn't perform too badly last season, but we also know we've got the potential to do even better this year. There's no time like the present, so let's get started. In this area, you have a centralized view of what a team principal needs to keep track of. The board sets season objectives for the team to achieve. Reaching them will help keep confidence high. So be sure to familiarize yourself
believe it or not, a Formula 1 manager, something I was actually meaning to test out before.
Beyond this season as well. You'll always be able to see what the team's next race is from here, and how long you have left to prepare. Our next Grand Prix will be the first of the season.
I can't lie to you, I'm a big Formula 1 nut.
There's nothing urgent for you to address. Feel free to explore more, or you can select continue and sign off for the day. Once you do, time will pass, but don't worry about missing anything. You'll automatically sign back in if an important event.
Okay.
The board are the ones who set the expectations for the team.
I hear you.
If they're confident in your leadership, you'll be fine. If they lose confidence in you, however, they might look to replace you. Don't forget to check in with the board often, and take note of their confidence levels, as well as the team's progress.
Yeah, I've been a Formula 1 nut for years.
Running an F1 team is expensive. Most of the team's budget is decided by the board at the start of the season.
It's like the Max Verstappen meme.
Whatever income we get from last season's prize money, and any extra sponsorship revenue we earn.
Okay.
Whenever you're making financial decisions, make sure you're considering our cost cap. It's a mandatory spending cap on team transactions, with certain exceptions. If we go over the cost cap, whether intentionally or by accident,
I forgot the league update was out. Enjoy it, mate. I imagine you're going to be glued into it. I hope it's fun, more importantly. Yes, sir. I honestly hope it's everything you wanted and more.
Here's your inbox. Watch out for any email alerts. They appear when you've got an important email.
Yeah, let's have a look at the cars more importantly, because I imagine they stink.
If we want to stay competitive against our rivals. New car parts are initially designed in-house by the team. They can then be manufactured and installed on either car.
Yeah, but you'll quickly get back into the swing of things. Do you know, that kind of way. Honestly, it won't take you long. Actually, before we go manufacturing anything, let's actually have a look at the cars.
If you want to install a new car part on a car, it's worth taking the time to compare the stats of the new part with the stats of the one already installed. You might also... Any aerodynamic parts will undergo an inspection following every race weekend. If an
I mean, I know... Jesus Christ, I knew our car was bad. Bloody hell. It's probably run faster than this. Like, literally everything is ass on the car. It's Oscars is just, oh my god, Oscars is just as bad. Oh boy. Right. Where do we even begin? Hmm. Chassis, surely.
Each car part we design will impact different areas of a car's performance, but certain parts will have a greater impact than others. Focus testing is also an important step in designing a new car part. Testing can be done through use of
Thing is, I'm kind of in the dark on this. I don't even know. Velocity. Hmm.
You can direct the engineering team to focus on specific areas of performance. F1 car parts are complex, and sometimes you'll have to sacrifice performance in one area to achieve gains in aerodynamic car parts each weigh extra, and together will add weight to the car build. This will contribute to a reduction in certain areas of a car's performance.
I mean, right now, this car don't perform.
Designing aero parts with higher durability will increase condition life of a part, but any durability improvements
Something tells me we need to go custom here. Do worry about the engine cooling. And we definitely don't want the car weighing much, so. Same time, I don't want it falling apart either. 4 to 8 races. Yeah, we'll try that.
For each design project, you also need to decide how many engineers you want working on it, and what engineering approach they should take. Bear in mind these decisions will have an impact on the duration and the cost of each project.
Right, I've got 6 engineers, we'll go 2. Sometimes if I go intense, it's not going to go well. $28 days, 19 days, 28 days. Do we try and rush them? Yeah, we try and rush them. It won't go well, but... Design. Yeah, with chassis and design, surely we gotta go front wing. Front wing and suspension, maybe? Lower the lifespan, we get a bit of a bonus, even though it could cost us. Engineers 2. Again, I think we'll try and rush it out. We need upgrades ASAP on this thing. Because it is currently dog. Days. Ooh. Okay. At least we've got some projects going.
From here, you can see all the team's facilities, from the staff buildings to the car parts warehouse. You can build new facilities, or, if the team has the time and money, upgrade our existing ones. Facilities affect all areas of our team's performance. Over time, facilities will degrade and become less effective, so keep an eye on their condition. When this
Okay. Alright, we can't afford that. Do you know what? Let's fast forward it a bit. Key staff. Sponsor obligations. Our car's in the mud.
The pit crew are a vital part of our team. Their reliability and speed can make a big difference to a race outcome. When they're back at HQ in between races, the pit crew development plan will focus on a balanced training approach. The pit crew are always so busy training. You just bear in mind that as the pit crew's job, and therefore training, is very... Remember, the constructor with the highest number of fastest pit stops will win the... Once you're happy with the pit crew training...
I mean, surely we leave them on balanced, right?
It's not just the fastest car that makes a team the best in F1. It's the people doing the hard work behind the scenes. Manage your staff from here, from department heads to your pit crew, and keep up to... Check here to see what your sporting director has planned for the pit crew. You can also come up with a detailed development plan of your own for them. Targeted development plans can be created for any of you. If you want to direct your staff to focus on specific areas of their
Hey mate, how are we?
you can
Sorry, I
do
just
so.
seen that there. Apologies. I was away in my own little world for a second. Or we keep it. You know what? Let's get into a race weekend and butcher it.
Here we've got the performance target.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, mate. I'm completely new to this, so I will probably make a mess of it.
We'll gain extra revenue. If we don't meet the target, it won't cost the team anything.
Fastest lap? Not a chance. I'd rather try that one.
Here we go, folks. F1 returns, starting here in Bahrain. Every team and driver comes here with the same goal, to win. But that's for the end of the season. For now, they have to prepare to fight for F1 glory. Bahrain is known for high tyre degradation, as the asphalt here is so abrasive. The drivers are facing many low to medium speed corners, and any heavy braking will inevitably take its toll on the tyres. There's now a rookie on the McLaren team, which is both an opportunity and a challenge. So, let's get back to the racing.
This would be interesting, considering I have no idea what I'm doing.
Welcome to your first race weekend with the team. A normal race weekend starts with 3 practice sessions, a knockout qualifying session, and then the race itself. Later in the season, once you're ready, we can move on. Over here is our race preparation area. This is where you can make any changes you need ahead of the upcoming practice session. The team will put together a run plan for the session, but you can review and make changes to it. Feel free to look at the run plan and the different options available. Then we can move on.
Okay. Mess with Lando's car a bit.
During race weekends, you can decide whether you want to manage the practice sessions yourself or whether to hand over control to your team. As it's your first race weekend, you should let the team handle the practice sessions.
I mean, I kind of want to handle it, but okay. Bloody hell, that's not a good start.
To help maximize our drivers' performance, the team and you on future weekends will have them work on 3 goals during practice: track acclimatization, car parts knowledge, and car setup. Having your drivers progress towards these 3 goals will improve their preparation. Whenever you manage practice yourself, use the time.
Well, Oscar definitely ain't happy with his car.
qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready and raring to go.
Bahrain's track is dusty and abrasive.
Right. Time for qualifying. Our results here will determine where we start on the grid.
Oh, so yeah, we're going straight into it. I mean, probably got to try it at that. Let's have a look at Lando's. What mess can we do with his? Yeah, we broke his. Revert. I mean, it looks better. Still not where it needs to be, though. Yeah, we chanced that.
Same as practice, the team can handle qualifying for you if you like. Let's get you hands-on for this round, though, just to make sure you're feeling confident before race day kicks off. Our drivers need to be setting their fastest possible lap times, so we can advance to the next period of qualifying. Right then, let's get a car out on the track.
Yeah, send out Piastri then.
Okay, Oscar. So the track will go green now. Oscar, radio check.
Yep, radio check.
Radio loud and clear.
Warm the tyres where you can.
Copy.
I know everything happens so fast over a race weekend, but if you need to catch your breath, you can pause for as long as you like. Of course, if things aren't moving fast enough for you, the map view here gives you a good Remember, you're managing 2 drivers throughout the session. So you can even watch from the driver's visor cam, which will...
Drive straight out, drive straight out. Track will be clear.
Let's go.
And Lando, radio check, please.
Yeah, all good. Yep, that is loud and clear for me.
You can bring the tyre in.
Cool.
Track clear.
Great! That's our first flying lap in the bank. Keep an eye on the stand-ins throughout the session to make sure we stay out of the elimination zone. When your flying laps are finished, the driver...
Okay, so Piastri's got his in. See what Lando can do.
Remember, the delta needs to be negative at the end of the lap.
I could recharge on and box this lap.
Copy.
A driver's confidence level can be impacted throughout a race weekend, both negatively and positively, by A driver with higher confidence will have an increased performance and a lower risk of on-track...
Bit of a wobble. Come on, Lando, hold it. I mean, you say that's P3, but let's be realistic here. I mean, Leclerc has already smashed the time. Jesus.
Our driver has returned to the garage. You need to Here you can see all the available tyre compounds for the weekend. You need to use at least 2 different compounds during a dry race.
Hmm. So we're not changing that one, but setup. Okay, he's on 85 when it comes to setup, so he looks a hell of a lot happier than what he did beforehand. Yes, I can't really do anything else to it. I think looking at his time, I need to send him back out. Whereas Norris might be okay. I mean, being realistic, the best I can expect from him is Q2 with the way the car is at the minute. You will risk it. What is the question? Yeah, I have to. Hey, Hermes, how are we, lad? Rough, to be honest. I'm quite rough, but we're trying. How's all with you, lad? Have the next episode recorded. I just have to edit it and get it out, we'd say. But as I said, unfortunately,
This is P13, Oscar. If you could keep your pace up on the in lap.
how would I put it?
Copy.
I think my suspects were true, if you get me with it, and it's unfortunately going to kill it as well.
And there'll be no one ahead.
But I mean, I'll keep putting it out there for a while anyways, and we see. Nothing else over time, it might gain traction. I mean, it has gained a few subs in that from it, so I can't complain too much. Haven't touched it in a while, properly throwing out shorts every day for YouTube Shorts events, doing those. Ugh. It's really weird. Stuff doesn't seem to get pushed, like. And I can't lie, I haven't had the gameplay was oh, sorry. Usually most of my shorts were FIFA related, so I haven't really had the haven't had too much gameplay from FIFA to put up for shorts. It's gained subs, but watch time is a bit of an iffy one. It's weird. It's definitely weird. I don't get it.
Oscar pit lane.
Remember the pit lane speed limiter. Stop in front of our garage.
Oh,
Currently yellow flags.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. We're currently 11th. And we're box this lap, cool the car.
Confirm.
In 2024 or now, we try to get a short out every day. I hear you, mate. I've got lazy on that front, if you get me, because I'm currently in the schedule of, how would I put it? I'm nearly gone 12 hours for work, you could say, throughout the day. Then by the time I get home, get food in, it's stream time. And then after that, I've got a couple of hours to myself, and then it's bed and repeat the cycle. Does boost subs massively. So this is where I need to get back into that mindset. Find it difficult to balance everything, I'll put it that way. Again, it's my own doing. And I send Piastri's ass out again. How many hours watch time do I have? I'll tell you now in 2 seconds. I'll just go on studio. Now, it won't be the most up to date, but I'll give you an idea. 1382 currently. Which, you know, I ain't complaining that. Three. See, the issue I'm going to have, right, is I'm going to be off for 3 weeks at Christmas, if you like. Between work and going away and stuff like that. So it's going to, well, it's not that it's going to drop, obviously, but it's balancing is the problem.
Switch on pit lane speed limiter. Brakes on when you come to a stop.
I have been struggling to find that balance. Any time frame on when you get back to streaming yourself? Or are you leaving it for the new year now? Stephen Archibald, sack Piastri ACP costs you a fortune in car parts. Really? I'm not gonna lie to you, it's my first time booting it up, so I'm flying blind. And definitely blind. Have you much experience with it? Sorry, I'll speak English yet. Have you much experience with it yourself?
You too. Great work. In Q2, the fastest 15 cars from Q1 battle it out for only 10 places in Q3.
I mean, we barely made it in. Man, I can't even change nothing there because it'll ruin. Go for Yuki or Hamilton. Ooh. Tell you what, I like the idea of Yuki. No streaming plans yet, but I'll get back to soon. First couple of days after the contract. Okay, I get you. You took half the world titles in 3 seasons. Jesus Christ. Mad. That's insane. I'm not gonna lie to you, RC Razor. You've definitely got my interest with Yuki, because I can't lie to you. I always had a soft spot for Yuki.
Track should be green.
No, there is a Wang Yu Zhou, yeah. Actually, not a bad shout either. Thing is, when is the optimal time, we'd say, for going out? Think I should be leaving it late or getting out early? Jesus. First with Yuki, 17 wins. Mad. Teal for sure actually isn't a bad one either. Although no, I do like the idea of Sonoda. Let's fast forward this a bit. I think we'll go for a late run. You'd Hamilton and Yuki, fair. Thing is, I don't think I've got the budget for the likes of a Hamilton. Well, I definitely know I don't have the budget for a Hamilton. Right, this is dodgy what I'm at here. Essentially going for one run. Do Alex and Yuki, what, you reckon bin off Norris altogether? That's a bold shout. I can respect it though. I'd imagine Norris develops into one of the, well, I won't say best drivers, but one of the better drivers. Norris is awesome, but not sure what he's like. I'd imagine he develops. He's still, young enough too. But then again, I'm not going to pretend I know anything about it, because I don't. It's genuinely my first time booting it up. I don't. Norris becomes the best in a couple of seasons. Okay. Because I downloaded this a while back when it first came to Game Pass, but I won't lie to you, I completely forgot I had it. You're on 2029. Go on. Because, like, I had it downloaded with Game Pass, right? And other games kind of took spotlight and priority, if you get me. I was kind of looking at it today going, what would we take a look at? And I thought, you know what? Not done it before. We'll try it. I mean, I've not played this yet, but it's download's been. Yeah, I mean, I can't lie to you, I've put a lot more time and effort into my FM career mode. If you don't make a fast car by season 2, it makes no sense to keep Lando, but you can just give you more time to. Okay. I get you. I appreciate that. I do have a question for you. How strict are the board, would say, if you start missing out on targets? Is it a case like if you're not hitting, then and you're gone? Or is there a bit more leniency, would say? Because as you can see right there, I've completely crapped the bed. You think Mercedes 2024 car going to be... Oh, mate. I do not know what's going on with Mercedes. I'm so puzzled by it. At least with Ferrari, you can say it's more, would say... How would I put it? Ferrari's kind of in bad planning, if you like. Bad planning, bad race strategies, and just unlucky as well to go with it. Red Bull is so far ahead, it's not even funny.
Races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 20.
A single set of tyres will wear down completely before the end of the race. So we're going to need to make at least one pit stop per driver to change tyres at some point. Don't forget each.
If you have it on first time playing F1 Manager, take it easy. Okay, I did set it to that because again, I love F1 in real life, but when it comes to this, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I won't even pretend otherwise. James Allison back in charge though with the design and build. 24. You reckon? That's a bold call. Now, logic could say that I don't want to overdo it with fuel, but at the same time, I don't want to run out. Let's have a look at these strategies, actually, because I'm pretty sure I should be looking at this.
The team will prepare some recommended strategies to choose from. Let's see what they suggest for this race. You can take a look over the different recommended strategies here. If you like the look of one of the team's suggestions, you can go ahead and select it now.
You reckon they'll be right back up there? Our RC Racer, honestly, fully agree about that, by the way.
You can make changes to any of the team strategies.
I do not see the allure of Russell at all. Don't know why, I just don't rate him. More soft, medium. Ooh, I don't know about that, G. Medium, soft. The strategy, you know what?
Once you're happy with one strategy,
Start on them. Alex, I actually think Alex is an underrated driver. And weirdly enough, like, don't know why. I actually like Pierre Gasly a lot
You
as
should
well.
consider picking a
I can't honestly tell you why. You expected Alex to replace Perez? Do you know what? We'll just wing it.
Here in
Yeah, I
secure,
don't
the
rate Russell.
floodlights are
Russell
on,
is one of
and
the
it's nearly
worst
time
drivers
for
off the start of a
57
grid as well
laps
that I've seen.
around the Bahrain International Circuit.
Like, he literally
Our
puts his nose
attention
out every
shifts to
time
Lewis
trying to, like,
Hamilton, what he can produce in this race.
There's plenty
trying to
work
push
with
himself into
starting
positions
pace.
that he's just
With the
not there
right
for.
calls, they could even make
Alex
up
will get
a
a
place or
championship
two.
for George. I
And
genuinely
we'll
don't
be
ever see
excited
George
to
winning one.
see just what will happen here today.
I just don't get it with them.
And this is it. The Bahrain Grand
Alex will
Prix.
get a championship for Lando gets a win. And that ain't a bad shout either.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
"57 laps of madness incoming." Turn ERS to battle assist.
If a driver needs an additional performance boost for a short time, they can adjust their ERS mode and use any back. There are several ERS commands. If a driver is entering a battle situation where they might.
Okay. Thank you for that. Don't understand how Sergeant kept Williams. He cost him. I think it's because they've invested so much in him that they're kind of looking at their project going. They don't want to cut it for. Well, obviously they've seen something that they think will come to fruition. I'm not sure myself why either. This is why George Bell gets 7th bottle in Singapore, always been other for. Again, Russell's one of them that I just don't see it. Really don't rate him. I get why some people do, but I think he's terrible off the grid. He'll stick his nose out, he'll cause issues, he'll blame someone else. Like.
Let's see what happened there. Now Alex Albon is part of this. Things were
No,
all
I'm
right
not
here.
going to be popular for saying that. But
The wheels just lock up.
I don't
now,
rate him.
And they'll need to be mindful of the effect that that had on the tyres.
Oh, he did. Hamilton didn't become a bad driver, if you get me. It's the fact that the cars let him down. Big time. Like, there's nothing more I'd like to see than, would say, the likes of a Carlos Sainz, a Leclerc, or a Hamilton, or even an Alonso, push Verstappen in the new season. I mean, this season was so boring, and from a neutral's point of view anyways, it was boring. Because if we were being honest,
You
like,
can advise your drivers
it was
on their
over
tyre
before it
management
began.
throughout the race from here. Direct your driver's fuel management here. The live fuel data will show you if either car has spare fuel to use. Make sure you're directing your drivers to use their energy recovery system from here.
If fears George, 7 to have a good season this season. If he doesn't kick on next season, it just... In a weird way,
Oh,
I can actually see Lando moving to Mercedes in the future.
Now here we are.
If Hamilton was in a Red Bull, he'd be a 9-time world champion. I mean,
Close to each other.
technically
And the
speaking,
impact on
he
the
was
car,
robbed of one.
It's quite clear. I imagine their confidence will have taken a knock.
George won Sao Paulo because Lewis was told to back off.
Look at the team there. They all knew what that moment meant.
I don't get the strategy with that either. Speaking of Russell. You think he'd go Red Bull? I don't think so. I can't see it. The only reason I say it is because of the comments he made in the past about Verstappen's first title win. Stranger things have happened, like, but...
And we've had a crash on track.
Jesus Christ. Naughty, naughty. Lewis wasn't robbed it out. Mercedes was scared to put... Oh, mate, yeah. They did bottle that one by not pitting him. But... How would I put it? It was a bit of a catch-22. They're best mates, though. True, but... I don't know.
I'm not quite sure what's happened there.
Jesus Christ, we're 4 laps in and everyone's just crashing. I'll tell you what, it's getting a bit naughty up here. And I can't talk, I'm a Ferrari guy, so you can imagine the pain I'm feeling. See, this is why I say it's a bit of a catch-22. Like... I don't want to say it was dirty racing, but... Because it's still racing. Do you know what I mean? It's... I can see why they wanted it to be a last lap shootout, but at the same time it was like...
Or adjust your race strategy.
It was only going to end one way.
Strategy for you to do so.
Correct. This is what I mean. It's one of them that I didn't agree with. Again, I could see why they did it. They didn't want to end the championship under a safety car, but it was weird. The rules were kind of changed to suit. Again, I get why they did it. I just didn't like that they did it. See, that's the part I didn't like, Ernest. That right there, exactly. Like, every race for the entire season came down to one race director's decision for a final lap. Lando and Alex at Mercedes is like Hamilton and Russell. Oh, I love that. Good old Nico. I was laughing recently because there was a rumour going around that Vettel might come back. I mean, F1 did lose a big character with him. Hey, mate, send it on. Send it on. You're a Mercedes fan yourself, okay. You ever think George is going to win? He puzzles me, honestly. I just don't see the allure of Russell. Like, I fail to see what's so... I mean, I get it in a way, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan. I think there's so many better options out there for Mercedes. Especially if they want to get back on track, no pun intended. He pushes the car too much, but he doesn't look... How would I put it? As weird as this sounds, he doesn't look a natural fit with the car. Like, he never looks like he has it fully under control, despite pushing it. As in, like, he's not fluid with it. Now, whether it's a setup issue or a driver issue, I'm not sure. I just don't see it with them. Like, with all due respect, he's more of a... I don't know, an Alfa driver than a Mercedes driver. Mercedes should sign Lando, Alex, Gasly, or Yuki. See, I don't know why, but I just have this in my head that I just see Norris there eventually. I know Aramis said he'll go Red Bull, but I just don't see him as a Red Bull guy. It's weird, I know. Jeez, my lads are absolutely getting bullied.
And if we watch Magnussen, it's there for the taking.
I mean, as you're a Mercedes fan yourself, who would you like to see in the seat? Bearing in mind, Hamilton probably will finish up in the next 2 seasons. If you were to pick 2 drivers right now to win, who would you pick? This is exactly what I was just getting at. I think he could go there as Hamilton's direct replacement. But if you were picking 2 new drivers for Mercedes tomorrow, who would you go for? You'd like to see Yuki? I think he's highly underrated. He's got one of the most fluid controls of a car I've seen. I would be interested to see what he could do with that. I don't think he gets the respect he deserves. Similar in a weird way to like the likes of Gasly. I don't think he gets the respect he deserves either. Let's see Yuki and Alex. Okay. I can respect it. Again, they're both clean drivers. What I mean by clean is they always look like they have this natural control of a car. You're not a fan of Yuki. He's took in 3 seasons. He's had a handful of good races. I know what you mean, but I just like his control. Like, he's composed too with it. I do like Alex Albon as well. Oh, excuse me. Big God for no reason. Apologies. Because F1's in that sort of position now that if something doesn't happen next season, and all you're going to see is another Verstappen cakewalk, I mean, sponsorships and everything are probably going to start dipping because people are going to stop watching if it's not competitive. Kind of like watching the football, and if Man City were winning every game every week and cakewalking it constantly, no one's going to watch. Or like darts, we'd say, for a while there where Michael Van Gerwen was winning everything. Viewership kind of started to dip a bit. Oh, mate, see, Perez is too soft with it. Like, he's more than happy to play second fiddle. Just the catch-22. I mean, I give credit to Christian Horner. He's done a great job there. Mr. Ginger Spice himself. No, you always need a number 2. I think that's been a bit of Mercedes' issue as well. Like, I mean, on paper, Hamilton's number 1 driver, but they say they don't really have a number 1 driver. And it kind of shows in certain races where they're trying to, we'd say, push Russell more. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm Lewis Hamilton's biggest fan, because I'm not, but always respect the talent he has. I mean, I'll always respect it. I say, I just don't get it with Russell, though. He's one that just baffles me. Greatest ever driver? Ooh. I know what you're saying based on stats. See, Senna comes to my mind the moment that's mentioned. And then so does Schumacher. And even Hakkinen. He's very underrated as well for what he did in his career. You'd love to see Mercedes get Alex and Lando. I mean, it's highly possible, though. Like, realistically speaking, what does Hamilton do? Another 2 seasons? Maybe. No, George definitely isn't. He's a number 2 driver, and I don't mean the actual number 2 either, if you get me. They were all superb, but never be able to compare them against each other, so race win. I know what you're saying. I think I just liked Schumacher's overall style. Same with Senna. Alonso again. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Again, the day he retires, F1 will lose some major star power. And a character, like.
And there's been quite a crash.
What the hell happened here?
Now we're at turn 11 now. Not a lot of wiggle room here. And there, the cars make contact.
I mean, what do you know,
Confidence
George
will
Russell?
have taken a hit with that.
Oh, mate. He's such a character, Alonso. I'd love to see him get it, you know, I'd love to see next season, right, win the championship and then call it there and go out on top the way he deserves to. It won't happen, like, but I mean, I'd love to see it. Because I can't lie, I was devastated when Vettel called it a day. Mainly because of the character he brings to the sport. And he does bring character to it. You heard the rumours about when he had his McLaren crash and that he thought he was 17 again? No, actually. You have to explain that one to us. George Russell's nowhere near number one driver. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. With all due respect, maybe number one for the likes of an Alpha. That's part of the reason he's still as sharp as ever, because his brain thinks he's in his early 20s still now. Really? You're absolutely pulling my leg there with that one. Oh, mate, Lando's definitely 10 times George. Definitely. See, the massive crash in the McLaren in the pre-season years ago, massive cover-up, he was in a coma, etc. Bloody hell. That's mental. When he woke up, he thought it was something daft like a 17-year-old, and that's why he still his reactions are comparable with Verstappen.
Recommended to call for a pit stop.
What?
The race engineer will also alert you to the optimal pit lap for your strategy.
He said strategy for a car. Okay.
Throughout race weekend sessions, including the race itself, you'll want to be using pit stops to manage and adjust.
Even gas to be better. Again, gas to me is underrated.
Of wear or damage. Just remember it's up to
Yeah, a
you
little Google
when
of
to
it on
use the
YouTube. There's
car.
loads of stuff, but I'm definitely going to check that out
Optimal
after,
window
by the way.
As a tyre is used, the tread will gradually wear away.
It piqued my
This wear
curiosity
rate
with
is
that.
impacted by several factors. Don't forget that even if you have a strategy already set, you'll still need to let the driver know when to pit.
Right, this is where I make a dog's dinner of this.
Here you can see all the tyre compounds available this weekend. When, if needed, you can also use a pit stop during the race, achieving a...
No changes yet, I'm assuming. Does it give an optimal timing when I should bet? I think you should do a Mercedes and F1 manager so you can see who's better than George. Yeah. I mean, the only reason I kind of picked McLaren is I kind of wanted to go with a middle-of-the-road kind of team.
As the race progresses, remember to keep an eye on your planned strategy. Use the strategy as well as using...
Okay. Let's leave that yet, so. Oscar's 10 times better than George in his rookie season. Piastri isn't a bad
Now we
driver.
should be able to take a look here. Here we are then at
I
the
just
11th
Alpine,
corner.
Jesus.
Can they squeeze by? And Oscar Piastri climbs higher.
I just kind of thought I'd do McLaren just for the, well, to see. So you do it. I'll definitely will look at that. Cheers for that, by the way. Next pit window. You know, the lights at Alpine would be interesting as well. It took me a while to decide on what to go for. I just kind of went with McLaren in the end just because I was like, well, kind of in the middle. Time lapse. Right, we'll bring Piastri in. Basically, it was let's shoot whilst driving McLaren in pre-season and maybe less to use consideration. Affecting his age physically, not just mentally. Jesus. Everyone does McLaren, you're doing Alpine next. I hear you.
This is the optimal pit lap for this race. In a full race, the tyres on a car will need changing at least once, which means that...
Open pit options. Watching what? I'm watching the night game. I have it on the background.
Confirm.
I have zero confidence in them. Alpine to be interesting too, to be fair.
Copy that.
Nil in both games, yeah. Although Sane had the ball in the back of the net. And Maguire's gone off injured. Good old slabhead. United are trash, Tottenham are even better, and guess who you support? Liverpool? You're not wrong, we are trash. And I have to give credit where it's due to the job that Ange has done at Spurs. No, okay. Arsenal? Definitely not. Okay, definitely not Arsenal was the reaction. Spurs are better. My London base, Chelsea. No, okay. Let's try. You have to give me a hint of some sort. What region we talking? Or put it this way, actually, I should ask first. Is it a Premiership club? Yeah. The Spurs thing's throwing me off. That's a London reference. And the fact that you said definitely not to Arsenal makes me think London as well. West Ham. Oh, okay. Newcastle. Surely it's not City.
Here's the replay. Right, let's have a look now. Around turn
Villa.
3. There's the opening. And Lando says, well, thank you very much.
No. Everton? I know people think I'm taking the piss with that, but I'm not. Everton are actually on form. Let me see. Who am I missing? That are on form currently. Villa are definitely up there on form. I mean, 15 games at home in a row won. I'm probably missing someone really obvious when it comes to form currently. At Villa, yeah, I was thinking. I was going to say, isn't it 15 games in a row at home you've won? Credit where it's due. Unai Emery has done a bloody stand-up job there. He's got everyone playing on the same page, like. I can't fault him. Not to mention, like, I mean, people treated him like a meme when he was at Arsenal. But to be fair to him, he's done magic for you. How do you fancy your chances for the season? Like, I'll ask you this right now. If I offered you, we'd say between 5th and 7th, would you take it? Or do you think you can go further? Don't mean any disrespect when I say that, by the way. Think you finish ahead of Spurs and say 4th? I mean, here's the thing. Crazier things have happened. I think January's really important for you.
Here we are, we're looking at turn 11. The gap opens up for them. And up they go to 17th.
Like, if I was in your shoes, You think you get top 3? I like the confidence. I think your first 11 is as good
Let's take a closer look.
as it can be in
Now
that
this
sense
was at
without,
turn 3.
obviously, major signings,
Opportunity
we'd say.
begging to be taken.
I think your subs bench needs 1 or 2 additions.
And the
Just that
McLaren
squad
there
depth.
with a beautiful maneuver.
Did I see Nunes' new hairstyle? Oh god, no. What's he done now? Probably cornrows or something. I did see a very interesting stat on him yesterday, I think it was. He has 10 goals this season scored from an expected XG of 24. I mean, if I was a Villa fan, the only thing I'd say I'd want is, I would say another backup striker.
We don't want to
Maybe another centre half backup, we'd say.
Yeah, confirm.
And for January now, I mean. And outside of that, I don't think you need a lot else. Maybe a bit more experience as in to come on and see out games. I mean, put it this way, you need a lot less in January than what we need. Kula from Spurs and Callum Watson. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Callum Watson for back. You don't need anything for the first 11 as such. You just want a couple of players to kind of be there as options.
Let's have a look at that.
I think that's one of the
Right,
biggest
let's
things
follow
you
the
need.
action now at turn 7. The opportunities
I actually
there,
think your first 11 is as good as it like again,
and as a result,
as
the
good as it
race
can
is
be
theirs.
in a realistic sense. Like without spending city money, if you know what I mean. I mean, it could be worse. You could be a Chelsea fan. So at this moment in time, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, Poch is looking for money to spend again in January. Like, you know, spending next to, we'd say, 1 billion between him and Potter in the last 2 years isn't enough. Can always spend more. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but Villa have won the European Cup before, haven't you? Or am I tripping on that? I mean, I can tell you straight away, but go on. Go for it. It's an easy guess, though. Tell you what, Norris is doing alright here considering where we started. No, actually. Don't mind AlphaTauri. I mean, you're not a million miles off, though, in one sense. From the engine alone. Aston Martin, no. I'll give you a hint. In this race, their drivers are currently second and third. No, I do not like Red Bull. I respect them, but I don't like them. Fortunately, my team causes nothing but pain. Ferrari indeed. That is the one. I know. I know. Ferrari who couldn't organize a who have no team strategy at all when it comes to racing. Champions League in 1982. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had that in my head. It was 82, but I didn't want to say it and sound like an idiot. But I thought that, alright. For some reason, I had that in my head, and I don't know why. I mean, to be fair, you could be back in it next season. My sister, you can't guess her favourite F1 team. If you do, I'll tell you a hint to upgrade your car faster. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Haas. Just as a completely out there one. I don't know why, like, by that. Close. Alpha. Cardi used to race there. Eh? Rick Bobby used to race for them. I'm assuming it's not McLaren. Oh, crap. My brain has just stopped working. AlphaTauri? Was it not AlphaTauri? Or am I being an absolute idiot? It was Red Bull. I'm absolutely having a nightmare here. This tells you where my memory is. Wait. Oh, Alpine. For some reason, I kept thinking bloody Renault, and I was like, it's not Renault. As soon as you said Hulkenberg was there, I was like, it's definitely not Renault. You know when your brain just completely lets you down? I had one of them moments. Team was renamed, yeah. Of course. This is the issue. When I've been working all day, I would say, and then I come onto stream after about an hour and a half in, my brain just goes. It completely just forgets the most silly things. So I have to apologize on that. I mean, it looks like we're in the points though today, unless I've absolutely jinxed us. So I'm going to ask you a question now then. Who is your favorite F1 driver of all time? If you had to pick one. I mean, I've already learned today that it's definitely not George Russell. I mean, I'm going to make an ass out of myself and assume it's Hamilton. Vettel. Oh, hey. Hey, you get a round of applause for that. Honestly. Love Vettel. Devastated when he retired. I mean, the character F1 lost alone. Even when he was doing, like, I would say, press conferences and stuff like that, it was absolute breath of fresh air, like, to them. I haven't read his book yet. I've been meaning to. I mean, I also love his humor too. Like, he's just all around for me. Upgrade my side pods more. Okay. Interesting. something I'm going to have a look at. Because currently, I've probably done a bad job of upgrading the front wing, the chassis, and the suspension, I think it was I went for. And like an idiot, I put equal into each three, if you get me. And I didn't make them the most durable. Which is probably a mistake, but I was trying to lighten the weight of the car. I love the one when he was asked a long-winded question. And there was a fan asking him a question. He asked this really long-winded question, like what 60 seconds he's talking and asked this question. And everyone looks at him puzzled. And Seb just turns on and basically goes, I mean, can you repeat the question? And everyone in the room was just like, oh, God. He's trying not to piss himself laughing when he's saying it. I say, he's just a pure character. Even Seb wants nothing to do with Ferrari. I mean, you ain't wrong. Been a disaster class for years. Like I said, between reliability issues and just strange racing strategies. And they always like try and take these gambles and they never pay off. And you're kind of going, well, who decided that? An awful decision, like.
Now I'm just looking here, possibly Ocon's part of that.
Ooh.
Had a contact.
Had a contact, you think?
The team glued to the monitors and watching their hopes crumble away.
Five laps to go.
I'm hoping like the next season is more competitive though. It needs to be. We plan on keeping Piastri or no? See, the thing is, I don't really plan on keeping him, but I think it's going to cost me too much for... I don't know how the budget works in F1. So I'm thinking I'll probably have to keep him for the first season before I can readjust, do I? Or is it actually possible just to bin him off and get someone in? Because what I'm afraid of is the... what you call it? Budget caps. So if I'm being realistic, I don't see Piastri getting any points for us this season. Yuki Gasly or Hamilton. It'll definitely either be Yuki or Gasly. Hamilton I won't be able to afford, and for what it'll cost me to get him, I'd probably only be able to get him for a season.
That's not looking good for Charles Leclerc.
Or Alex over Hamilton. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, 1-0 Bayern. Furf. Well, that's us all out. Not that we weren't going to be out before, but that's us fully ruined. Oh, that is awful defending as well. Kingsley Coleman. I mean, surprise, surprise, Verstappen wins the race. Why Yuki over Oscar before Saudi, you reckon? I mean, we'll have a look.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
And that's the checkered flag, Oscar.
What a remarkable
Yeah,
job
I've seen it here.
by
We're
Norris today.
absolute disaster, so we are.
An outstanding performance today to have made the top 10. Not many would have expected this from the team, to be honest.
You can't say it wasn't coming. It's been a scrappy game, to be honest. I mean, Lando had a solid weekend. Great assist from Kane, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to check that out now, actually. Drivers tab I need to go to, is
Let's
it?
introduce you.
Scouting, actually.
We have an excellent scouting team, and then
Can't believe United didn't do all they could to get him. See, this is the problem when you've got idiots at the club. For example, when Richard Arnold and John Martin were basically told, you can't have him, and they were like, okay.
you can direct the scouts to carry out
Not
either
interested.
standard or detailed scouting of a potential staff
Damn.
member, depending on the turnaround and information you need.
Not interested.
If you think someone could be a good fit for the
If you ain't interested, I ain't wasting my time. Not interested either. Let's have a look up here. Also not interested. God damn. Bottas isn't a bad shout, actually. Let me think, who else? Let's be realistic here. I don't think Bottas will come. Not interested either. Joe isn't interested either. Wow. Can't believe Yuki's not. I mean, he's no worse, or no better. Hulkenberg. Hey, Mag. Sim a couple of days and see. I get you. Before I do that, I actually am as well to sim because these are still. Yeah. Design complete. Make a side pod. Exactly what I was just thinking. You'll have to guide me through what I should be doing here. So, for example, would you put full man hours and full wind tunnel hours into it? Considering this is the only part I'll be developing currently. So we'd say like that. Then we'd say design focus. Like engine cooling, it'd be all over the place if I don't. So unless I keep it balanced. And then lifespan is the other thing I meant to. Yeah. No, 2.4 and 22 wind tunnel is good. Okay. Let me go back on that. Do you leave these balanced? Or do you down the lifespan so you get lighter on the weight, we'd say? I know the durability does get reduced. Or like, for example, I can make it 2 kilo lighter. I'll get one less race. Technically. Don't down the lifespan. Okay, leave it as it is. Okay, I was just curious on that because yeah, technically speaking, I've got 6 engineers free, so. And the next thing I want to ask, and the final thing for you, do you rush them or do you? Oh yes, down lifespan. Okay, sorry. All the way down? Or do you kind of go for a medium? Balance. Okay. Fair. Yeah, put an extra cost will be higher, but you'll gain a greater car part expertise bonus. Rush will get it through 16 days. Intense. I feel like I want to go intense. Or would that be stupid? Don't use all engineers. 3. And don't rush. It's normal. Or intense. Three is good, okay. Apologies for all the questions, by the way. It's just that I don't really know what I'm at. Normal because it can take the time. Okay, we'll go with that. Thank you. Okay. Technically speaking, I could open another. It's fine, you love helping. I appreciate that, mate. For 3 days, 48 days. Do I want suspension or do I want underfloor? This is probably a waste of money, but I'm just kind of want to try and get things developed a bit. Check drivers. I will do that next, no problem. Leave it balanced, and we'll put in the rest of our engineers. We'll do it normal and done. Go for Bottas or UK. I really want UK. Not interested. I'm gonna scout them, I think, anyways, just to. Doing it for okay. Now, a part I had did develop, so I don't have to. Let's just show. It'd be Lando getting it, anyways. The suspension I had finished, we'd say. So I'm assuming I have to go and actually manufacture it, we'd say. Question is, how many do I want? It makes sense to do 4, so I can have one on the car and have spare as well. At least I'm assuming that's the way to do it. Bottas is good for his rating. Yeah, you're not wrong. And the only other question I have for you currently is, see the facilities in that? Do you go mad upgrading them, or do you kind of leave them? As in, like the car development ones. Is that a good idea to actually get working on? Or would you say leave them be for now? And focus on other things? Like, for example, that's 10 mil. That's 8. 12. 12. 11 and a half. Don't mad upgrading, just thinks the car part test is important. Okay. I can see why. That makes sense. See, if I do that, I probably can't get Yuki if he becomes available, so might hold. Okay, new chassis is done. Need to order up some of them. Might just do 3 of them. Like upgrade every season, okay. Okay, go to inbox real quick. Project already in progress. Okay, fuel and warehouse. Have none apparently. Okay. Did any suspension get done in time? No. Okay, they are in progress though, so we will have them for the next one. See if any F1 driver is available. We will do that immediately. Drivers. I'm on the wrong thing because I'm an idiot.
You want to keep each race driver.
Literally no one. And not even Mick Schumacher is bothered with us. I must have really pissed people off. None of them were bothered. Okay. You do a Bottas and Yuki lineup. Okay. Interesting. Edit. Reach Q2. I mean, we failed last time out. We gamble on it? No. Let's not be an idiot. Fastest lap? No shot. Rather go for that. Finish 2 races in a row, at least one driver reaching at least 15th. I mean, surely. It's because the... I get you. That makes sense. Alright, we're either going to make money or we're going to absolutely fall on our arse. Okay. Let's get to it.
We're here in Jeddah, where the tension is boiling as we head into the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. The circuit at Jeddah, spread along streets that run next to the Red Sea.
Continue. Go to car setup real quick. I'm not going to mess with it too much just yet. So we have a big window of... When doing car setups, right? What is, like, run plan, we'd say 15 laps? Or should I be doing more or less? Like, should they be doing more laps on that setup before I pull them in? Do, like, 6 or 8 laps with cooldown. Eight laps. With Lando and 2 with Oscar. Copenhagen won. I mean, I expected that anyways. I called it earlier. Knew that was going to be as mad as it sounds. Ooh. So when you say cooldown, do you mean we'd say change like this? Or am I just being a complete idiot? Okay, we can do this and we'd say pull them in as we're. One dimensional, mate. We don't even have one dimension. No, in run plan, they're a cooldown button. Really?
Radio check.
Yep, radio
I've completely missed that, like an
Loud
idiot.
and clear. And Lando, radio check, please.
Yeah, all good.
Yep, that's loud and clear.
I get where you're coming from with that, Aramis, but the only thing is, like, I keep him just for the fact that, like, I don't understand what we're going to do. There's so many players letting them down there too. Okay, let's get these guys 8 laps done and pull them in. Do a lot of laps so your drivers can get better lap times and better position. Oh yeah, I know. I plan on fully getting them. See, I couldn't do it last time because the game made me skip practice sessions because there's like a tutorial thing, so it automatically did it. So I'm assuming the more laps you get in, the better. How would I put it? The better they get acclimatized with the car and stuff. Well, I do get where you're coming from completely. But like, who wants that job when there's going to be no budget and you're going to have to work with what he's got? And you got the uncertainty with what's above you as well. It's a poison chalice. I mean, if I'm being honest, I keep him till the end of the season just because we're in such a crap situation as it is. Maybe back out on these hard tires, I think. Car setup. Ooh. By the way, +2 subs tonight while you're streaming. I think they might have come from the VOD side. Change your lineup completely. Make Yuki my main driver. You ain't wrong. Run plan. This is what you're referring to, is it? No, wait. I don't see where the cooldown thing is, though. Get Mourinho back and some structure in place. I might be too far gone on these. You can only do it at the start, I think. Okay, so in other words, I've absolutely butchered it already. Oops. I mean, that's typical of me. Okay. Send you out and send you out. You want to replace Piastri, I'm not sure if you want to let Lando go. I'd like to keep Lando, but it all depends on the financials of it. Because Yuki's going to cost a hell of a lot more than what Piastri's costing, I'm assuming. You lost pre-max in the Discord you invited to. If you just ask them. Foot Ash in particular. If you ask him, he should get you it back. Get tongue-tied. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of intended on doing. We say Lando in UK. Oh, crap. Wasting time here. Okay, how are we looking now? Not great, but it looks of it. Yeah, that'll push that one mainly. Oscar's just too hard. It's gotta be in that one there in that zone then. One of them two. I mean, I think on this stint, might give him more run laps this time. As many as I can get out of him. Try and get him to the end of the session on them. See, at least Lando knows what he's doing. The fact that I've got such a small window on that one means this only needs micro adjustments one way or the other. I'd imagine. We're looking at something like that, really, aren't we? Give or take. You side, yeah, definitely doing side pod end on the floor. Plan. Yeah, we might give him a longer stint. Just to try and get more of it developed out, so we know where we are. We definitely need to get laps in. Need help? Just ask. Okay. Oh, appreciate it. I'm a complete noob. If that wasn't obvious already. Thinking if I just get them to the end of this stint with as many laps in on this one, it'll give me an idea for the next one. Because I've already butchered this session. I sound still hey, nothing wrong with signing Albon. Something feels off with the car. Okay, you sound so happy with it. Season 2. I get you.
How's the balance?
It's all good. It's a cool car to drive.
Understood, mate.
See, why can't you be like Norris and just be happy? Oscar just hard to deal with. Ain't that the truth?
Okay, Lando, that is the checkered flag, so we are box to slap.
32%. Yeah, I'm definitely getting UK. I think it's going to be costly, but I don't mind. Car setup, okay. Oh dear lord. Like, how do I even balance this? That's got to be that way. I mean, looks better. Run plan for that. Driving options, okay. And that practice Yuki, you ain't kidding. So this the section where you were saying where I have to change the, what did you call it again? In run the cooldown button. Sorry. Let's have a look at Landers. Okay, so he's not perfect, but he ain't far off. So he can go one way or the other. That's too big of a change. Okay. I'm qualifying. Okay, no, it's no worries. Right, get a good stint in here on this compound. Ooh. I want to put them on a set of mediums. Yeah, we'll run this. Send out and send out.
Track should be green now.
Yuki myself is better than Oscar. I mean, that ain't hard currently. Alright, let's get these boys running.
Any feedback?
Feels okay for now.
Copy.
Feels okay. Why is he always whinging? Call him in. You're in season 3 McLaren, you're buying Yuki. Go on.
First pit lane.
Remember the pit lane speed limiter. And we're stopping on the marks.
Alright, reconfigure. Jesus. How do I even... He's 88 rated. He's still an alpha. No way they've kept him that long. I'm surprised. He's too good for them. I mean, I genuinely at a loss as what to do here with this setup. I mean... Lost the optimal on that now. Try that. I'm also going to deliver in ads. I would love to, but I'm actually on console. So unfortunately mods aren't an option for me. But I appreciate it, thank you.
How's the balance? How's the balance?
Yeah, happy.
Okay, understood.
Unfortunately, what I've got is like a really bad laptop that I use OBS on. So I stream through Xbox through a really crap laptop. As you can tell by the microphone, not the best of mics either. And a cheap capture card.
Manipulate.
And just remind you to use the pit limiter in the pit lane.
Essentially so I could kind of get going with
Just
it.
stop the marks, please.
Okay, let's have a look here what we're looking at. 88%, so it's still not... Still not there. I mean, we're talking fine lines here. It still work because you can keep your save. I hear you. We try that, I think. Yeah, believe me when I say my laptop is bloody terrible. I'm not gonna lie to that. I'm just realizing, looking over our lap times, we are gonna struggle this race. Some of the models that you can change lineup and add people relay. Oh, that sounds mad. Okay. He looks a hell of a lot better all of a sudden. Of course, I've absolutely butchered that now because I can't send him back out. Yeah, exactly. You can guide me through it. And Piastri's going to have to wait in the pit lane because I can't burn another set of tyres from. Oh, crap. Let's have a look at your setup. Still only on 88%. So I'm assuming when I've got them to this level, we'd say that I should sim the last practice session. Like if I sim the last one, surely they can't butcher it. Oh mate, he's awful. Like surely my staff can't butcher it that badly. And they can fine tweak, like, I'm assuming they fine tweak stuff, do they? Or am I tripping on that? I mean, I'll chance it and I'll find out. See what happens. Oh, you ain't wrong, mate. You ain't wrong. Okay, I mean... Isn't exactly where I wanted it to be, but... I think this is going to be one of them races, if you get me.
Will practice pay
I just
off
don't
for
see
the
it going well
drivers?
for us.
Well, we're about to find out in qualifying.
Jeddah's high-speed street circuit is rather prone to yellow and red flags during qualifying, as drivers and walls often meet. Strategists will be looking for the perfect gap, but need to make sure drivers get their lap in.
Karoon, how do you think Logan Sargent's going to be feeling at the moment?
The main thing on my mind was their speed in practice. They just...
Yeah, let's skip that. Now. Okay, so this is what you were talking about with cooldown, wasn't it? Do I include a cooldown lap? Or do I take it off? Okay. If qualified. 2 flying laps with cooldown with Lando, not Oscar. So don't have cooldown on Oscar. And just do 1 lap, is it? Two flying laps for him. Okay. Keep the cooldown on him. Two flying laps, no cooldown on him. Okay. And we ain't got anything to lose, we try it. Now, do you send them out like fairly sharp, or do you kind of wait a bit? Like the track to heat up? I'm assuming I'm better like leaving it a bit for it to kind of get going. I'll probably put Piastri out first. Not that he's going to do anything, but you know what I mean. Oop, for traffic slow them now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 people out on it. This thing, it looks kind of clear, so let's send Lando out now. And pray. He should have a fairly clear run.
You can bring the tyre in.
Yeah, confirm.
I might have butchered it. Okay. Then I've made a mistake already, but we'll learn from that. Apologies, coach. Put them on full push. Okay, they look to be on... Or he does anyways.
Controlling pace here will help you keep an eye on the tyre condition of both cars. fuel commands instruct
Yeah,
the
okay.
driver on how to manage their car's fuel consumption. Make sure to keep an...
He's on deploy as well. Okay. We'll see if Oscar's on too. That is a good point. He is, yes. Thank you. You're not gonna lie, I don't expect much from Oscar. That ain't looking too good. You just sub. I appreciate it, lad. Thank you. Watch the tires.
You can keep track of individual... Each tyre compound has an overheating tyre will wear faster, whereas oversee powertrain parts condition. Aerodynamic parts can suffer damage of differing levels, and whereas some parts...
This is going to be a rough race, this one. Nah, you don't need to, mate, honestly.
Hack is low.
Copy.
I appreciate the thought, though. Cool down my tires. Okay, so... How... Let me pause this here for a second. No, that's... This is to do with pace, I'm assuming, is it? Everyone deserves a bit of love. It ain't that good, no. I mean, at this point, I think I've just gets his love from Harry Maguire. Jesus Christ! Not even a comment on that one. At this point, I've already butchered this qualifying session. I think. It's even K-Mag is flying ahead of us. Player of the month. Yeah, ahead of the ball boy and the linesman. Even that was barely. I mean, the Bayern result didn't matter anyways because Copenhagen won their game, so we were always butchering it. I just find it comical that we don't even get Europa League now. That is how bad we butchered it. Oh, mate, stop. But mongs. Yeah, at this point, I think I just send Piastri straight back out. Question is, does Lando have enough pace to get away with not doing another run? Would you send Lando back out, or would you try and hold off? Sprint weekend's the best way. Okay. Saying Lando, I was thinking, yeah, 'cause I don't trust his time currently. Only problem is, softs could be an issue, but we send them out. I think we need it because I don't think he survives with that time. On mediums, nah, I'm going for it. It's gonna screw me, like, but I don't think he makes it to Q2 unless he does something. And Piastri, no matter what I do with him, he's just a donkey. So I mean, he's done. Especially considering we both know Snowden's going to go straight up past him.
Pack is low.
Oh, I hope it is. Hope Yuki's willing to make the jump. Alright, green in the first. Yellow second. Oof. Ouch. Yeah, green sector 1 is good. It's ouchies. No, I do think it actually makes sense. Because you're going to burn the tires regardless. So I think you're better giving it 2 bites of the cherry rather than 1. It's like even coming back in, you're going to burn them. Like you're doing an extra lap anyways. So you're better off trying to gun it. Yeah, I don't think Lando makes it to Q3 either. He does this by the skin of his teeth. Ooh, he does. The only thing is, I mean, I'm going to have to use mediums on him. So, he's pretty much going to finish 14th anyways. Got Yuki. I told you he was going to do it. He was going to jump him. Reconfigure. See how... I think I need to keep for the race. I think I gotta use the mediums. Just go 2 flying laps and pray. I send them out near the end, I think. Do 4 flying laps, 2 on soft, 2 medium, you think? Do you not think I'll need to keep some softs we'd save for the race? Because technically speaking, I've only got this one set left in for the race. Maybe we can chance it. I'll put them in mediums first, though. Because we're gonna go for that. Send him now, I think. So we'll be pulling them back in to swap into the softs after. Okay. Go the medium first just to get time on the board. And I think once he's them 2 laps done, we'd say him come back in. We'll send him straight back out in the soft. I get you. Track temperature looks high here anyway, so medium might be the better strategy. We fast forward this a bit. Yeah, we've cleared track, so that's a good sign. Ooh, that's a bold statement. Ah, you go, mate. How are we? Tell you what, it isn't a horrendous time. And the lap was on target. Good, thanks. That's the way to have it, mate. Right, we get Norris back in the pit lane. We'll try and get him out in the softs as quick as we can. Like Bahrain, but in the sun. Yeah. Although I don't mind Bahrain. I mean, controversially, the one I like the least is probably Monaco. Monaco's one of them tracks where it's like, eh.
Switch on pit lane speed limiter.
Okay, and just stop in front of our garage. Please stop in front of our garage.
You watching the football, Hugo? Yeah, I'm doing good, mate. It's time we got left 5 minutes. I don't even think we're going to have enough time to do. I might just have to do 2 flying and leave it at that. I might have to take off the cooldown lap to get these in. Gonna chance it. Yeah, I decided I'd test a bit of F1 today, Hugo, and I'm not going to lie to you. Enjoying it, even though I haven't a clue what I'm doing. RC has been guiding me through it all. Because I'm an idiot when it comes to stuff like this. I do like trying different games. That's why I'm not keen on Monaco, because essentially your only way of doing anything is either undercut or overcut. Like, it's not about pure racing, it's about pure strategy. Like, if I was... Oh, I do, yeah. Like, to me, Monaco is one of them circuits that if I was to take one out of the current calendar, it'd probably be that. As controversial as that sounds. How many mods do I currently have? I do have a few, but I won't lie to you. The ones that I have are essentially either other YouTubers or just people I know. I've known for a while. You an F1 guy yourself, Hugo? I know you're a FIFA guy. I think my bitrate's dropping on OBS, so apologies. OBS is having a nightmare. You're not an F1 guy. No, that's fair. I know myself it's not for everyone. I mean, this is going to be a tough weekend.
Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of scintillating F1 action. It's race day.
Jeddah Street Circuit certainly makes the
You know a
high
bit about,
speeds
but not
of
much.
F1
Hey,
racing a thrilling affair.
I said I know it's not for everyone. Like, I'm a weird guy. Any sort of sport I can watch. Weird, I know. I'll go soft medium with Lando. Yeah, we keep him fairly. I mean, Piastri's a dead duck.
The drivers are lined up on the grid here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, preparing for 50 flat
And I can't lie
laps
to you,
under
I
the
do
lights.
prefer the manager game over the actual
This could be a big race for that man right there.
over the actual driving game itself, I'd say.
Being
Who's my
central
favourite
to
F1
grid
team?
gives
Ferrari.
them a good advantage. This is a great opportunity for
I know.
And it looks like we're good to go.
I'm a Ferrari guy for my sins.
It's almost time for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
Don't get me wrong, I can respect Red Bull and everything they've done and are currently
And
doing.
away we go.
I'll always be a Ferrari guy. I just kind of thought if I picked Ferrari off the get-go, it'd be a bit boring. And I'd probably get sacked. Well, I know you don't really watch it yourself. Do you have a favorite team, or we'd say a neutral? I mean, if we get into the points from this race, I'll be happy. I mean, more than happy. Because it'll help your entire... Exactly, yeah. It definitely ain't from me. Although, this idiot here is struggling. He doesn't know what he's doing in. I wouldn't be surprised to see him finish dead last. Red Bull because of Max Verstappen. I get you. Do. Max Verstappen. Do. Yuki, we need you. You ain't wrong. He said, the man from Japan with a plan. My favorite team, yeah, is it's full of faults and issues, bad strategies, bad reliability. Try and attack. I know what'll happen.
It always pays to talk tactics with the drivers. There are several other unique situational tactics that drive.
How do I? I mean, overtake aggression, go high. See, pace-wise, I'm worried about wearing up the tires. Charles Leclerc. I mean, yeah, you ain't wrong. Oh my. Hold him off. He can't. Again, I knew this was going to be a rough weekend, this one anyways. We just don't have the pace for it. Sargent overtakes Piastri. Oh god, Piastri. Disastry. Super surprise. You and me both. How am I doing? This is actually only our second race. We got points in our first one, which, yeah, happy with. I don't see us getting points in this race. Yuki in 15th, yeah. Piastri in last. Doing better with a bit of help, exactly, yeah. I mean, Guan Yu Zhou is literally overtaking him. He's dead last. So the problem with the McLaren car currently is it just doesn't have the pace for it. But when we get our upgrades on, we might be able to move up a little bit. Hopefully. Oh, like I said, this race is going to be a bit of a dead duck, so we'll get an aerial view on this for now. See, my fear is if I put them more aggressive, it could end terribly for us just because of tire wear, because Jeddah has not exactly been the most forgiving when it comes to tire wear. And we are only doing a one-stop. I think I'll leave it for now, and if I have to, I'll try and push later on with the mediums. No, Piastri, you're no longer last. For now. You know what's the fun with thoughts and menu? Hey, mate, you can ask away when it comes to football and stuff. That doesn't bother me. Thoughts on United today? Toothless. Like, toothless beyond belief. I mean, again, we were defending so deep we couldn't get out and actually create. We had half chances, don't get me wrong, but nothing. I mean, if you were being honest, I don't want to say we were never in the game. We were in it, obviously, but we just weren't. There's nothing creative. They're a very one-dimensional team. And we're also completely out of Europe because Copenhagen won. Which I said to a mate of mine earlier, I actually fancied them against Galatasaray. It's like we're completely out of Europe. Which, if I'm being truthful, I prefer, because it gives us more time to focus on getting the league position sorted. But financially, it does hurt the club. Do you think McLaren could have won a race if they started the season fast? They probably should have won one regardless. Mate, if I was you, I'd make Piastri get a red flag with his tyre wear. Oh, disastry. That's what he should be called. At this point, I nearly sack him for Mick Schumacher. Can't be any worse. You have to go now. You go, hey, no worries, lad. Appreciate you popping in, though. Legend, as always. Thank you. Yeah, this is going to be one of them races where we end up doing absolutely nothing in it. Unfortunately, not a lot we can do about it either. Like, we're basically in our own little zone here. Oh, mate, you and me both. Like, Hulkenberg is too far ahead of us if you get me to do anything, and Albon's kind of too far behind us to even help us get going forward. Like, we're kind of in no man's land. Like, we literally have dead track. Unless someone in the pack ahead starts to slow them down, we ain't catching crap. Piastri, like I said, he's having his own little race. That's what I mean. He's having his own race where he's just, you know, he's ready to be lapped by everyone. I mean, I think that's his aim. I mean, his aim definitely isn't into a race. I mean, we're still 4 seconds off Hulkenberg. So I mean, it's just going to be one of them races where we don't do a lot in it. I mean, literally, he's just having a race with Guan Yu, so he's at the back. Whereas we're still, like, we'd say 4 seconds. It's increased a little bit, actually, which I don't like. Yeah. I say everyone's doing a lap of honor. Piastri's doing a lap to finish. Enter the pit window. Okay. Do we undercut? I don't think we can. Not yet, anyways. We have closed on Hulkenberg a bit, though. Not massively, but a little bit. Tire wear must be getting some. Okay, we're starting to... I mean, we can actually see his car now. Let's zoom this along a bit. Yeah, we better pit. Tires. Mediums. I mean, 13 households cars aren't that bad. I mean, you ain't wrong. Like this car is like zero pace. Caster, he's just look at him. He's in his own little race, so he is. The race to not be last. Although, if we're being honest, I don't think he's going to win that race. Alright, let's sit this along and pray. Hulkenberg hasn't pitted yet either. Will he come in this lap is the question. He has. I was hoping he'd stay out. Okay. He was on soft already. So he's gone from soft medium, whereas Piastri's going to go from medium to soft. Who's number one? I mean, technically, I don't think we'll have a number one. On paper, it'll be Lando, I mean, from his stats, we'd say, but I'll be treating them both equal if you get me. I mean, the fact that Norris has stopped, that he's still ahead of Piastri says it all. And we're not even halfway through the race, like. Problem is, we've lost so much time on Hulkenberg for some reason. Like, this genuinely looks like a race where we finished 13th. Unfortunately. Alright, he's got past De Vries. Well, De Vries in the pit, that's why. mean, Lando's chasing down Sonoda now, who's also gone to the pits. Hulkenberg not pit? How did he get so much time ahead of us? He did pit that time, surely. Just we lost so much time in the pack. Right, you're going on softs. Not that's going to make a difference to his race.
We boxed this lap.
Got me box.
Question is, does Piastri finish last? If you can enter a championship battle, whoever wins get the title. Who are you letting push? Truthfully, I'll let the AI decide. I won't even push either. I'll just leave them as they are on default. No, my luck, they both crash into each other and neither wins. Right, Norris should get his 13th back at least. Speaking of, there it is. That's basically our race done now. Piastri dead last. Oh, I'm definitely going to try and sign him. I'll have to end the stream after this race, we'd say, but I want to see if I can sign him first. Because it's actually getting late where I am. So well, it's no secret, I live in Ireland, so it is currently 11:05. It says just a dead race. Can't catch Magnussen. 12 here. My God. Putting the work in. How's League of Legends, by the way? I'm assuming the update is what you wanted it to be. Yeah, me too. That's what I'm hoping for. So I said this is a dead race, this one. Hard. Ooh. Yeah, you do like a challenge, to be fair. Yeah, at this point, I was about to go max speed because this race is done. Like, we're 13th, that's it. Mind you, Piastri might not finish last, so there is that. Insanely hard. Yeah, I know you'll clutch it up, though. And Piastri's being lapped by pretty much everyone now as well. think soft medium help you? Yeah, I get you. I mean, that's what we went with on Norris, and we went the opposite with Piastri. We went medium to soft, and it's done nothing for him. But it is Piastri. He's just had a bad race, and well, sorry, he's a bad driver in general. Just played some few games the past 6 months, and try hard now is a pain. I get you. Skill is not diamond anymore. Yeah, but you'll get it back. Form is temporary, class is permanent.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
I'm back to back for Max already.
Okay, you'll take the checkered flag. That was not the afternoon we wanted. Okay, when you...
Not the afternoon you wanted. I mean, it's Piastri. What do we expect?
That's a really miserable day for Oscar Piastri.
You know, I don't.
You're me. You ain't that bad. Thirteen. I mean, I'd say 13th in that race. Like I said, it was one of them that we just weren't really in from start to finish. I mean, it's to be expected. Is it your second race? We'd say. Go to manufacture. Actually, back off that for a second. Actually. Okay. Car part inspection results. That's fine. Front wing. Need to manufacture a couple of these. Oscar out, you ain't wrong. See, they're still not ready. Right. Please. For the love of God. Yes. Oh. Now, this is the part you're going to have to help me with. He's definitely replacing this donut. We want him for as many seasons as we can, really. Immediately. Now, I don't know what salary to give him. So I'm assuming he's going to want peas. And I got no in there. Okay. Right, signing bonus and race bonus. Because again, he's going to want both. give him like a signing bonus of 500,000, we'd say. What, 12 mil straight? No bonus? To 500k. I was thinking give him 5. And race bonus. Actually, we try taking it off and try offering him, we say. We'll see what he says. The worst thing he can do is say no. Ha ha ha. Get in. Come on. He didn't even want the race bonus. Shoo-wee. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Bye, Oscar. Now. I have none of them. They're being manufactured, right? I've nothing there. Side pods are currently being developed, I think. Yeah. Ooh, back on that. Suspension. I do have a new one that I can put on his car. Yeah, welcome back in, Hugo. I might put the new suspension on his car. Now, while I'm doing that, we do a car parts development. Just see if both Bottas is available. I will do it in a second, actually, yeah. Side pods are in development, suspensions in development. Like, Icon grid for acceleration, we're terrible. I mean, we're terrible in general here. What rate is Boss? I will check that in a second, actually. So far, we haven't developed a rear wing, so... Apparently, that's all I've got free. Ooh. I still want one. We got balanced. Got 3 engineers. Approach, normal. Confirm. Just to get something going. We will check Bottas. Now, I think Valtteri is... I want to say 86 rated. Valtteri is 86 rated. I think I'll stick with Lando, though, but I do need to look at these guys. The 77 rated technical chief doesn't exactly fill me with hope. And we can't look at other guys, but I don't know if that wise just yet. I mean, there's a free agent. Hey, we'll go scouting these. Just because. At least next time we'll know. Okay, so what I'm going to do is save this here. If it'll let me. I'll just do a new save because I don't trust autosaves. And I will call that there. Hugo, RC Racer, as always. And everyone else, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. And not sure what I'm going to be on tomorrow just yet. But we'll decide that when it comes to it. Appreciate everyone for coming in. And until then, I'll see everyone next time. And peace.